Okay, folks, welcome back. Cardinals-Seahawks.
Always a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, I'm guessing you're already pretty into this rivalry.
For sure.
But I think there's always like little things, that you discover along the way that make it even more interesting.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna try to do that today. Just looking back at the history.
Yeah.
And kind of digging into some of those details that really make this thing pop.
Yeah, and it's funny, just looking at it, the Seahawks, they actually have the overall series lead.
Oh, really?
Which some people might not know.
Yeah.
It's 27-22 with one tie.
Wow. Okay, so more wins for Seattle than Arizona.
Yep.
Okay, interesting. All right, well, and of course, the most recent game was just, like a week ago or something?
Yeah, just last week, Seahawks took that one 24-21.
Oh, man, close game.
Close game, yeah.
Okay, so let's rewind a little bit and maybe give folks who aren't as familiar with the history, kind of a quick rundown of when did this thing really start to become a thing?
Yeah, so, I think you really got to go back to 2002.
Okay.
When the NFL realigned.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They switched up the divisions.
And, the Seahawks and Cardinals, they ended up in that NFC West together.
Okay.
And I think that's really when the rivalry as we know it today really kind of started to heat up.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, geographically, they're pretty close to each other.
Yeah.
And then once they're in the same division, every game is super important,
Absolutely. Every game matters for playoff seeding.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got that kind of basis of, they're geographically close and now they're competing in the same division every year.
Yeah.
But rivalries really are made on the field.
Yeah.
So what are some of those moments or maybe specific games that you feel like have really kind of cemented this as a must-watch rivalry?
One that comes to mind is the 2016 game.
Okay.
That ended in a 6-6 tie.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was a defensive battle.
Okay.
People talk about a defensive slugfest.
Yeah.
That's what that game was.
Okay, so not just nobody could score, but the defenses are playing lights out.
Oh, absolutely. Chandler Jones for the Cardinals, he had 3 sacks.
Oh, cool.
5 tackles for loss.
Okay.
This is a monster game. And then Bobby Wagner for the Seahawks.
Yeah.
10 tackles and interception.
Wow.
He was everywhere.
Yeah, okay, so if you're a fan of defense,
yeah,
that game is imprinted on your memory forever.
Absolutely.
But the Cardinals, they've had their fair share of wins in this rivalry too.
Oh yeah.
So what about some of those big Arizona victories that stand out?
So you got to go back to 2013.
Okay.
Seahawks were on a 14-game home winning streak.
Oh wow. Okay.
CenturyLink Field was a fortress. And the Cardinals went in there and shut them down.
Wow.
And what's interesting about that game is Bruce Arians was the Cardinals head coach at the time. And it was his first year.
Oh, rookie head coach?
Rookie head coach, goes into Seattle, ends their 14-game home winning streak.
Wow, what a way to announce your presence.
Yeah, and I think that really solidified the Cardinals. Hey, we're here.
Right.
We're contenders in this division.
Yeah, they're not going to be intimidated.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we've got some history here.
Yeah.
But of course, you got to talk about the most recent matchup.
Yeah.
The game from just last week.
Last week, Seahawks won it 24-21.
Yeah.
Geno Smith had a day.
Yeah, it seemed like he was on fire.
Oh, he was dealing 250 passing yards, 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
And he completed 78% of his passes.
Wow, that's surgical precision.
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
And of course, you can't talk about Geno without talking about DK Metcalf. 110 receiving yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, they were connected all night.
Yeah, he was Geno's go-to target.
Yeah, but I mean, got to give Kyler Murray some credit.
Absolutely.
He almost pulled off another comeback.
Yeah.
275 passing yards, 2 touchdowns himself.
Yep.
But yeah, that late interception.
Yeah.
It felt like that was really the turning point.
It was a killer.
Yeah.
And Seattle's defense, they really stepped up when they needed to.
Yeah, especially on that 4th down stop.
Oh, yeah.
You can feel the momentum shifting.
You can feel it.
Yeah. Okay, so, we've talked about some of these specific moments, these specific games.
Yeah.
But what does this rivalry really mean?
Yeah.
For the fans, for the cities, for the division itself?
It's woven into the fabric of the NFC West.
Okay.
You know, these games often have huge playoff implications.
Yeah.
And, you know, these back and forth battles, they create narratives that last for seasons.
Right.
You know, it's about pride bragging rights.
Yeah.
And that constant struggle for dominance in a division where every game matters.
Okay, so now I'm like totally hooked on this rivalry.
Yeah.
But we've looked back at the past.
Yeah.
What about the future?
Yeah.
Where do you see this thing going?
I mean, that's the beauty of it, right?
Oh, yeah.
We get to watch it unfold.
Right.
You know, both these teams, they're constantly evolving. New players emerge, storylines write themselves.
Yeah.
But one thing's for sure, you know, the next chapter in this rivalry,
Yeah.
it's going to be just as exciting as all the ones that came before it.
I can't wait to see it.
Me too.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this deep dive.
It was a good one.
I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.